Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we are back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Tuesday, May 11th. Let's recap yesterday, and like I said, it was going to be a rough day, 2-4 at the office, but let's talk about it. Trae Young's over, easy money. Pacers covering, not as easy, but they still cover. Hawks second unit, we had the Hawks covering. Got to take a big shout out to the Hawks second unit. You guys did great. I'm talking about you, Lemon Pepper Lou, Danilo Gallinari, Solomon Hill. Great work. Solomon Hill played 9 minutes, plus minus 23. Great work. Karis LeVert misses his over, whatever. You can't do much about that. Giannis had 4 assists in the first half. Couldn't get even another assist in the second half. Bucks got boat raced by the Spurs. What can you do? And then you had Draymond Green. I knew he would troll us and needed 16.5 rebounds and assists. Best I can do is 16. Thanks for that. But we're moving on. We got a much better slate today. 11 games, 22 teams in action. And we're going to get after it today. First, I got to say big shout out to everyone new joining the channel. We had gained about 80 subscribers yesterday, crossed the 4,700 mark. Shout out to all of you guys out there. If you're new to the channel, and I know there's about 40% of people that watch these videos and aren't subscribed, smash that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of the week. Can't do it without you guys, so smash that subscribe button. It's free, and click the like button if you're new or even an OG. I know you guys can do it. Click that like button. Really helps us reach more and more people, and we're trying to hit 5,000 subscribers. Let's do this thing. Also, shout out to all the COS All-Stars, Calling Our Shot All-Stars. You guys continue the support. You guys are the real MVPs. We appreciate you. Let's get into today's slate, and I'm dressed up because we got a weird slate going tonight, and we might as well start with the beef stew. And you're like, who the hell is the beef stew, Austin? What the hell is this video? What even's going on? We're talking about Isaiah Stewart. Yes, beef stew, under 9.5 rebounds, minus 105. And yesterday, I learned his nickname was the beef stew, and that's why we're talking about it today. But let's talk about analytics. That's why we're here. And as I always preach, do your research, but this is what I have discovered. Over his last 6 games, Stewart has not gotten near this 9.5 rebound and not hit double digits. I believe his most is 8 rebounds in those 6 games. He's averaging 6.2 rebounds. And Minnesota, while they do give up a lot of rebounds, they give up the 10th fewest to the opposing center position. And that's mainly because Karl-Anthony Towns, he's just firing up 3-pointers from downtown, and the center's got to be pulled out. And that's why the other positions get those rebounds. But you look at it, over the last 15 games, starting centers against the Minnesota Timberwolves have only hit this line in 2 of them. So 13 out of 15 have gone under, and I think Stewart has a good chance to go under today. You're asking for 10 rebounds, and we're taking the under, minus 105, good value. You see, I don't bet a lot of unders on the channel, and that's normally for good reason, but this one's for you, Brian, who's always like, Austin, we need more unders. And I'm like, dog, I don't like to pick a lot of unders, but we're doing one today. Isaiah Stewart, unders, 9.5 rebounds, locking it in. Now we're going to another player that I made a joke, Kemba, more like Kembad, and that's what he was on Sunday. There's no way around it. Kemba was not good, and he looked like he was sleepwalking the whole first half. He still managed to get up to 18 points, but we're talking about his over tonight, 19.5 points. I think he gets to 20, and here's why. You look at that last game on Sunday against the Miami Heat, who they will be playing again today, and he shot 12 times, and he had 5 points, I believe, in the first half. Still managed to get up to 18. But you look at his recent game log and how he's been performing. Obviously, Jaylen Brown. First, I haven't even thanked Russell Westbrook or even congratulated him. Congrats to Russell Westbrook. The man is an absolute unit. Broke Oscar Robertson triple-double record, 182 and counting. Man is a legend. But moving on, Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown will be out for the season, so get well soon. But Jaylen Brown's been out for the past couple games. But you look at Kemba's game log. And we'll talk about it. Last 6 games, this is what he's had. 18 points, obviously, on Sunday, but before that, 33, 32, 20, 32, and 26 points. He's hit it in 5 of 6 games, and I think he plays better than he did on Sunday. He physically can't, and I have a spoiler for all those Celtics fans out there. You ain't getting 30 points out of Evan Fournier again. Yeah, no way in hell he ain't doing that. 11 for 16, like 8 for 11 from 3. Nah, he doesn't have the facilities for that. We're taking Kemba Walker, over 19.5 points. Not thinking twice. I think he's got it in the bag tonight. Locking it in. Moving on, and we got another under. I'm telling you, today's a weird slate, but I still like all the picks, and we're talking about Jokic, the future MVP. We're taking his under 46.5 PRAs. I hope this is what you wanted, Brian, but we're taking it under, and here's why. 47 PRAs is a lot for a guy, even like Jokic, who is capable of doing this every night. But, you're looking at, it's 47 PRAs. Not only is he going to need a good scoring night, he's going to need to also fill up the stat sheet. And that's asking for a lot. You look at his last 11 games, over his last 11 games, and he's been playing pretty well, scoring a lot of points recently. He's only hit this over in 3 of them. So, 3 versus 8 and unders, I'm liking the odds. You got a low scoring game at 217.5. I expect that to go lower. I think this game is an under, but I'm not going to bet that personally. I'm talking about Jokic under 46.5 PRAs, minus 115. But like I said, over his last 7 times against the Hornets, here's what he's put up. Earlier this year, 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. So obviously he went under. 14 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists, under. 12 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, under. 39, 12, and 6, obviously went over. Then 16, 11, and 6, 15, 6, and 7, 18, 12, and 0. I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you, but here's what you have to talk about. Over his last 7 games, he's only hit this over once in his games against the Hornets. For whatever reason, he doesn't try that hard, and I really don't know if he needs to. Maybe the Hornets are going to play better defense on him, make someone else beat them like Michael Porter Jr. or Facu Campazzo or any of those guys. But you know, it's risky. It's risky. You're betting under on the future MVP, Nikola Jokic. Could he come out here and drop 50 piece on my dome? Yeah, definitely. And I welcome it, but I'm taking the under 46.5 PRAs. I like the analytics. I like the numbers behind it. And if he does go out there and destroys me, fine. I deserved it. But if you look at those games, those 7 games, he has played 29 plus minutes. It's not like all of them were blowouts. He's played almost 30 minutes in all of them. He normally averages around 35-ish minutes per game. This game could be an under. It also could be a blowout potentially. You never know. I'm taking the under 46.5 PRAs. Moving on. And now you're like, okay, Austin, I see the next pick. It's on the bottom of the screen. What is this video? You know I hate Deandre Ayton. And I hate him with a passion. And he could, seal and stone, be my least favorite player to bet on if he hurts me today. We're taking his over 25.5 PRAs. And here's why. If you're so far into this video, you're probably like, this is his cry for help. And I promise I'm fine. Well, maybe not fine mentally, but we're taking we've taken 2 player prop unders, and now we got Deandre Ayton's over. This makes absolutely no sense. And if you're a new subscriber, we hate betting on Ayton because some games he just doesn't feel like showing up, and that's what he did last game against the Lakers, and we had his under, and he cashed it for us. But today, I'm on the over, and here's why. You look at his games against the Warriors over his career, but we'll just talk about the 2 games this year right now. The game earlier this year, I believe back in March, he had 11, 10, and 2. So only 23 PRAs. Obviously hit the under, but he only played 22 minutes that game. You look at the previous game, he played 23 minutes, but he had 12, 13, and 4. 29 PRAs, hits the over. So he's 1 for 1, but he's only played 22 and 23 minutes in those games. Both of them big Suns, 20-plus point wins. Now, I think the Warriors will keep this game more competitive, and the Warriors obviously do not have a defensive threat down low in the paint. So that's kind of why I'm leaning towards Deandre Ayton's over. You also look at it, he plays about 30 to 31 minutes per game. You look at his career against the Warriors, here's what he's had: 20 and 9, 18 and 9 and 4, 23 and 12, 25 and 10, 20 and 14. You see all the numbers, he's hit this over in 6 of them. The one game he missed was the last game that they blew him out by 20 plus points. I don't think they're doing that tonight. Going for a blowout, he'd be 7 for 7. I'm ready to get hurt, and if he goes under, I will be in the Discord trashing him, and that's no disrespect. I'm counting on you, Deandre Ayton, over 25.5 PRAs. Let's move on into 2 over-unders. First game, Dallas Mavericks versus Memphis Grizzlies. I'm taking the under 226.5 points. This game has the recipe to be a pillow fight. You got Grizzlies and Mavericks, both teams capable of playing defense if they feel like it. Grizzlies are obviously, I believe, the better defensive team, but they still can play a little bit of defense. They match up decently. You got Dylan Brooks will just be harassing Luka Doncic the whole game, and I think they can slow him down a little bit tonight. You look at the previous game these guys played, they combined for 227 points. That was a close game, 113 to 114. They had some free throws down the end of the stretch, so that cashed the over. But the game before that, they combined for 194. Great work. And the game before that, they combined for 217. I just like the under. I think the Mavericks have not hit this number in 4 of their past 5 games. Grizzlies have not hit this over in 6 of their last 7 games. I think we get a better defensive showing out of both of these teams. Taking the under in the Dallas Mavericks versus Memphis Grizzlies game, under 226.5. Lock it in. Last play of the day, Thunder, team total under 107.5 points. This was one of our cash cows earlier, maybe even a trash cow if we're talking about the Thunder. They are absolute trash, but the over-under set at 224, and they're a 10.5 point underdog. So I'm just doing a quick math. I think it will be around 106, 107.5 points. This team's legit terrible. There's no way around it. They have not broken 100 points in 4 straight games, and that included 2 games against the Kings, who they will be playing today. I don't know what to tell you. You look at the analytics, I don't want to even watch this game. I'm not going to watch a minute of this game. I'll just be looking at the box score solely. If they want to go shoot lights out, good for them. Props to them. But like the legend Big Shaq, the legend who made Man's Not Hot, the Thunder do not have the facilities for this score. I'm taking the under, locking it in. Thunder, under 107.5 points. Say less. Here's a couple other plays I considered. Evan Fournier over in rebounds and assists. I know I already trashed him, but he's been doing pretty well in rebounds and assists. Joel Embiid, Nikola Vucevic, Kyrie Irving's over, Anthony Davis is over in points, which I would have taken, but I didn't have any lines for the Lakers in the Lakers-Knicks game. But those are my plays of the day. Let's recap them. Beef stew or under 9.5 rebounds. Kemba Walker over 19.5 points. Jokic under 46.5 PRAs. Deandre Ayton over 25.5 PRAs. Mavs, Grizzlies under 226.5 points. And Thunder team total under 107.5 points. Those are my 6 plays of the day. No parlay of the day because every time I do one of those, we have a bad day. So we're going to lock in those 6 picks. Go check out Logan's video. Promise you won't regret it. He went through 4-1 yesterday and cashed his parlay of the day. Go check out his video right after this one. I'll have it linked right here, one of these 2 places. Go check him out. Show him some love. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. If you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. We're getting up to 5,000 subscribers soon. Shout out to you guys. We're making some money today. Peace.